Let's take a look at the chart action for Ethereum. Alright, so we've been watching the Fibonacci retracement levels, something like this, or this is what I've been watching on my chart. And we have those levels, we have those limit orders set up, and we came down and hit the 50% level pretty much, and we got a bounce on that one. It looks like we're heading back up. But like I've been talking about, we have a trend line going down, something like this. Until we break this downtrend going to the upside, then I'm kind of skeptical, but it does look like we're in a slight uptrend right now. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame and kind of zoom in. We'll delete some of this stuff and we'll kind of see what we're working with right now. We'll leave those trends up right there. So like I said, we have this downtrend that we're working with. Now let's kind of find a bottom. Let's kind of zoom in a little bit more. It does look like we hit this bottom right here and then bottomed out right there. Double bottom pretty much, I say. And so let's see if we could keep this support going right here. We got, it almost looks like a W pattern. So I think if we could break this trend line right here, something like this, well, we have a trend line right there, pretty much a top. If we drag from the top to the bottom of that W pattern, drag it to the breakout, we're looking at something like that, which brings us to the previous resistance over here. So I'm kind of curious if we could come up to this, if we could keep this momentum going, test this trend line and break through it, and then we'll be looking at this target. We have this 180 moving average right here, so that might give us some trouble. The target is sitting at around 3,555 if we break out of this W pattern. And if we break out of that, we'll also be breaking this bigger downtrend right here. If we go into the 1-hour time frame, you can see that we also had resistance right here and resistance right here. We have a downtrend, something like this. Let's see if we could get a target out of this. Maybe take target from the top to the bottom of this triangle, drag it to the breakout, and we're looking at pretty much the trend line. So yeah, exactly. Let's keep an eye out for Ethereum. It does look like it's trending to the upside. We did break this resistance right here and this resistance right here going to the upside. Basically, we're trending up right now. Hopefully we can break out of this little spot right here. We got this big downtrend right there, and then we have this little top right here where we got pretty much a resistance right here in general. I think we're mainly watching this line. I think this spot right here and this line are the things that we're really wanting to break out of next to see if we could really go to the next level. I would say the next previous resistance, like I said, 3,555, and then the next top, which is around 3,959, something like that. So yeah, it does look like we are pushing up right now, but let's see if we could break that bigger time frame or bigger downtrend, something like this. Let me delete some of this stuff so you could see it better. If we could break this downtrend going to the upside right here, I mean pretty much over here, then I think we'll be looking at testing previous resistance levels. If we jump over to the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart, this is looking very interesting. We're on the 4-hour time frame, and like I've been talking about, we have this big uptrend right here. We did break below it and we were down there for a little bit, but it looks like now we're starting to come back into that uptrend. We just broke back into it, basically, was what I'm trying to say, I guess. It looks like we kind of faked out going to the downside, and it looks like we're trending up. One thing though, we do still have this resistance right here and resistance right here. We still have this trend line that we have not broke out of going to the upside yet. But I think if we could break out of this going to the upside, keep riding on this uptrend right here, start testing this previous red line, the previous resistance. If we go into the bigger time frame, go to the daily time frame, you can see that it's one of the tops from a long time ago. Let's see if we could break. This is basically the things that I've been watching to see if we're going to get way more bullish on Ethereum. I think basically if this chart is going to the upside, it's good for Ethereum, and if it's going to the downside, then it's good for Bitcoin. And I've been watching this for a while because of how good this uptrend is, like looking for Ethereum pretty much. And like I said, we kind of faked out and it looks like we're back in that uptrend. Let's see if we could break this trend line right there. Let's see if we could break that going to the upside in the next couple days. We're on the 4-hour time frame right now, so it might even be in a day or two. So But it also has been looking slightly sideways, I guess you can argue. So it might even be doing something like this. Who knows? Let's see if it could keep going on this uptrend. Let's see if it breaks this downtrend right there. This one right there. If we swing over the total crypto market cap, here's what I'm looking at on the 4-hour time frame. We had resistance right here and resistance right here. We have support right here, and right here. Basically, I think the main thing I'm watching is we broke this trend line going to the upside right there. Now I'm targeting this previous resistance right here. This is sitting at around $2.04 trillion on the crypto market cap. In general, if this chart is moving up, more money is moving into crypto. And you could also kind of zoom out a little bit. We have resistance right here on a bigger time frame. We got this downtrend like this. I think maybe we're going to come up and test that trend line right here. Let's see if we get resistance and fall back down, or if we could break through it and start the next run of the bull market, or at least start to retest these previous resistance levels, something like that. I think we have a lot of resistance right here we're going to have to get through at around maybe 2.18 trillion. So in general with Ethereum, I'm still watching the Fibonacci retracement limit orders at 3141, 2867, 2593, and 2204. We came down and almost hit the 61% level, but we didn't come down far enough. So we're basically sitting at the 50% level. We got a nice bounce right there. That's pretty good too. And in general, I'm watching this resistance, downtrend, something like that. Until we break this downtrend going to the upside, I'm going to be slightly skeptical right here. I'm going to be kind of seeing if we could break this W pattern. Let's see if we could break out and start to target these next resistance levels. Let me know what you think. If you guys like the video, hit that thumbs up button.